Well, hey folks, welcome to another Friday fishing forecast. And the weather, I think, is going to be kind of iffy a little bit. I'm seeing 60% chance of rain, 80% chance of rain. I've seen 60% chance of rain for today. The winds are going to be up. They're going to be 10 to 20 out of the west-southwest. So it is going to make it a little bit miserable out there, unfortunately, but you can get away from the wind if you are fishing inshore. You can definitely get away from the wind. Unfortunately, the snapper and grouper bite inside the bay is phenomenal. I've gotten so many reports from different captains and different people talking about how the bite has been unbelievable inside the bay. I know on our last video where you saw Chad and I go out, we did very well on that frontal system, not the frontal system, but the low pressure system, that tropical depression coming through the state of Florida. The bite was unbelievable. It was just extremely rough to fish, but we made it happen and we caught a lot of fish. So don't let this weather keep you off the water. I wouldn't recommend going offshore. I wouldn't even really recommend probably fishing for grouper and snapper. Unfortunately, the wind direction is a wind direction that pretty much comes right down the pipe of, it's almost like a northeast wind for a lot of us, where that wind comes right down the pipe of Tampa Bay. When it's a west-southwest or southwest wind, it's the same way, but in a different direction. So it makes it a little bit miserable, especially tomorrow and Sunday with these negative low tides in the afternoon. What's going to happen is when that tide starts ripping, it's going to stack up those waves because that wind and the tide are going to be going against each other. So it's going to make it extremely sloppy inside the bay. So just take that in mind. I'm not saying don't go fishing, but you definitely want to keep in mind the weather and what's happening. So let's go ahead and get into the tides and schooners for this weekend and talk about what's going on with those. Okay, Saturday we have a high tide at 10:58 a.m. at a 2.26 foot. Then we have a low tide at 6:22 p.m. at a negative 0.11 foot. On Sunday we have a high tide at 11:28 a.m. at a 2.50 foot. Then we have a low tide at 7:13 p.m. at a negative 0.38 foot. Sorry, I got a little windy out there, so I wanted to come in a little bit more protected. But I just want to thank everybody again for sending in the photos for our top catches of the week. I just get so many photos and I really appreciate it. And I just try to go through them and try to get the latest ones that I got and then work up to the newest ones that I got. So if you don't see you this week, you're probably going to see you the next week. So again, thank you so much for sending in those pictures. Let's go ahead and talk about the top catches for this week. Here's Ernie and Katie Allman with Allman Mechanical Services with a real nice American red snapper and a mahi-mahi caught using our slacker jigs. They were fishing out of Ponce Inlet on the east coast of Florida. In this next round of photos, this is Deb McInnes and her husband with some nice gag grouper, a nice snook, and a beautiful cobia. Guess what they caught these nice fish with? That's right, the slacker jigs. In this last set of photos, this is Captain Doug Hall with some real nice grouper along with his client. Looks like they had a great day on the water, Captain. So again, I just want to say thank you for sending in those pictures for the top catches. It's really cool seeing all these people sending these different catches of fish, and some of them are first, and so it's just really good to see a lot of people getting out and fishing. I also want to talk about a new product that I just got in. I talked about doing having cameras, relatively inexpensive cameras to be able to drop down to the bottom, look at what's going on down there. So we finally got some cameras in. I didn't get a lot of them because I didn't know how they're going to sell. So we will have them for sale on our website. They are 1080 HD. They do have a screen on the back so you can watch it when you bring it up. You can watch it right there on the boat to see if there's anything down there. Sometimes it's hard to see, but it gives you an opportunity to look at it. It has a waterproof casing. It has all kinds of accessories with it. So as you see here in the picture, it's a nice camera. It's going to be $50 on our website. I think that's a fair price. And so if you lose it, it doesn't hurt as bad or something goes wrong. but we will be offering those on our webpage. You can go to TampaBayFishingChannel.com along with all of our jigs, all of our cast nets. We are getting some more cast nets in. We are running extremely low on cast nets, but we do have another batch coming in. So if you're looking for cast nets, definitely take a look at what we've got to offer with the Talon cast nets. Again, thank you so much for the support. We really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for supporting our supporters, our sponsors, Reef and Reel, the fishing, the mortgage fishermen. We've got Sunray Marine. We've got Levin Law. So if you guys have any questions about our sponsors, please let me know. They support us and they love to fish. As you'll see in this upcoming video, we've got some great footage. It's going to be a hilarious show, but we caught a lot of fish. Again, thank you so much for watching. Fish more, catch more, and we'll see you on the flip side.